Hi, this is Elena Garrett. I am a real estate agent with Keller Williams in Dallas-Fort Worth area. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you how to use my portal. If you're watching this video, chances are that I have given you a link to the portal that I set up for you. Each portal is individual, so if you receive the link, no other person can access your listings, and your list is probably unique compared to other people who receive their own login. The portal is your direct window to MLS, which means that all of the information in the portal is exactly the same as it is in MLS. So you have actually a leg up on Zillow and Redfin because you receive information faster and process it faster than they do. So how do we use the portal? Once you log into your portal, you're either going to see it like this, or you're going to see it in some other way similar to this. If you want to kind of orient yourself geographically, for example, if you don't know where 914 Amber's Crest Drive in Arlington is, I recommend that you use this button right here so you can look at the positioning of on a map. And let's just say that you are interested in Arlington area. And in that case, you can always zoom onto the Arlington area. And if you hover over you can see the roadways and how close it is to your favorite lake or how close it is to the airport. So you can always scroll around like you would do in Google Maps, and then you hover over a specific item. And normally it works. And you can see the price and bedrooms and bathrooms. And if you're interested in that specific property, I don't know why this one's not hovering, but if you're interested in a specific property, just click on it and it scrolls right to that property. And then if you're interested in exploring further, let's just say that you generally want to go a little bit more to the west, you can click right here, and so forth and so on. Let's just say that you like the property on 2017 Amy Street. You can immediately see that the price has been recently decreased. So maybe it's a property that would be open to decreasing the price again once you make an offer. You can have at a glance view right here. If you want to, you can, as you scroll through, you're not quite sure yet if you want to read this property in full, or maybe save it for later. So just to keep the tabs in the property, you can click on this little heart and you can save it as a favorite, save it as a possibility, or you can discard the listing and say, I don't like this one at all. So in this particular case, we'll save it as a possibility and then we'll continue scrolling. We'll like this one, save it as a possibility. Oh, we really like this one. So let's save it as a favorite. Now that we've scrolled through a lot of properties, let's just say we have 60 properties in here, and we mark them as favorite or possibility, or maybe we discarded some of them. We can now look at a glance on our map where our favorites and possibilities are. So they're highlighted in different color for us now. Also, if you want to, you can go to your favorites view, and then you can look at your favorites, your possibilities, and the one that you didn't like. What else can you do with your list? Let's go back to our list. We can sort it by which one has been added to the MLS most recently. We can search by square feet. This will be the smallest, and then it'll be grow bigger. We can look at their price, whatever we're interested in. But right now we're kind of limited by the number of filters which we can sort up and down. If you wanted to, let's just say we like the property on Windmere. When you're in the property view, you can click on the pictures to see them more up close. Also, you can scroll to see additional information such as subdivision, legal description in case you want to go look up the tax records for it, unexamined taxes. This one has 2 living areas, 1 dining area, 1 story, measurements for all the rooms. If there was a we have no HOA. If there was HOA, it would tell you how much the HOA is. Let's just say that you want to see how affordable this property is for you. You can click on your life mortgage payments, and if you're financing with FHA or VA or conventional, you can kind of take a look at this, how much down payment would be required, what your mortgage payment would be, approximately what your rate would be, how much taxes you would have to be paid each month, and then the total for your monthly payment. But this information can be really cool to have, because if you have this information, then you can quickly calculate just how affordable this property would be for you under different loan structures. What else can you do with this information? You can, some of them, almost all of them have this cute button that says View Live Walkthrough, but in reality, it's usually just a slideshow with all the pictures that you can already find in here. Other than that, let's just say that you like this property and it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you're staying up real late looking at the property that I sent you, and you want to ask me a question, but you know that I'm probably asleep. So what can you do? You can say, can we check if it is in the flood zone? You can say add a note. And also after a little bit more thinking, you'd say, I would like to see this property. Can we schedule this for 10 a.m. tomorrow? So even though it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm probably asleep, once I wake up around 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to check my MLS. This is one of the first things that I do in the morning. I check my MLS to see who asked me what questions, what kind of scheduling requests do I have. So as I log into my MLS, I'm going to see that you posted 2 notes and that you like this property. So I can jump right into action, even though you're probably still asleep and I'm just now starting my day. So use these notes, and also let's just say that I looked up this property and from my side, I logged in, seeing the property, it's not in the flood zone. When I log in from my side, I would say, check the flood zone. Oh, nothing special. We're okay. So I left you this little message. So of course, right now I'm kind of communicating from the same portal, but hypothetically you would see Elena said, I have checked the flood zone. So you and I can have a little conversation going just specific to this property and no other properties. Otherwise, you might be able to text me and say, hey, Elena, want to check the flood zone on the 6228 Windermere, but all those text messages can get really time consuming and confusing. Therefore, being able to communicate within this property is really cool. If you want to see the neighborhood on this property, you can just click on here to enlarge. And then it just becomes just like your average Google Maps. So you can kind of see how far you are from a highway, etc., all the way up to the details of the driveway and the shape of the house. That's about it. There are more functionalities in this portal, but I don't want to confuse you. So for right now, just for the purpose of looking at my list, you can use, to summarize, you can use the hearts to either say you really like it, it's a possibility, or I don't like it at all. And also you can view your favorites at a glance. If you want to go back to the original view from which we came from, there were 77 properties in the list. You go to my searches. There are probably going to be fewer links than I have right now because for myself, I set up quite a bit. And then you can click on your search and then you go back to that long list with 78 total properties. Now it's an auto-updated list. So as soon as, let's just say this property goes under contract, it will disappear from your view. And another property was added during that night. You will see that property popping up for you in the morning. That's about it. I hope that if you have any questions, just post your questions right here under this video, and let's go house shopping.